Alright, so let's talk about the problem when they given you which function has a graph of axis of symmetry x equal 3 and y-intercept at 0, -3. So it's gonna look similar like this. 1, 2, 3, this is -3, the y-intercept. And then the axis symmetry is 1, 2, 3. So that means the line in the middle is crossing to the vertex as x equal 3. Okay, so your graph might look like this, I don't know, or the other way around. Okay, but the way that you're doing it is you're gonna grab each of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, all 4 answers, and then trace it by magnify 1. Then you need to look at those 2 points. Whoever that matches those 2 points is the answer. In this case is C. Alright, next question we have write a function in vertex form. Then they're gonna give you a function, x squared minus ax plus 12. It's looking something like this. It's 12, so it's gonna be 6 and 2 minus 6 and 2, like that. Okay, this is 2, this is 6. Alright, and your graph is gonna match that one, which is this one. So you go grab this one, then you hit tab and then put answer choices in, and then you're looking at whoever that have the same graph, which is the answer. Okay, next we have the type when they asked you what is the solution set for the equation 5x squared plus 3x equals 6 minus 4x. So one way you can do is to grab the way it is right here, but you have to hit delete relation, and then you look at whenever they're crossing the 0, right? So your graph might look like this. Okay, and where they cross the 0 here and right here, right? Or you move the x, everything in one side, so the 6 become -6, the minus 4x become plus 4x, and there's nothing on the right, so that's a 0. You can put them as y. Okay, either way it works. You can move and then grab, or grab the way it is. And then look, check at the 0. That's where they're crossing the x-axis. Okay, the x-intercept. Another type of problem is when they ask you which expression is equivalent to this. So the way you're doing it is you're gonna grab the original, the question. Then you hit tab, and then you see which one can give you the same graph. Okay, so pretty much grab tab, same graph. Every time you see equivalent or expression, that's a graph tab. Next we have one type when they're giving you the graph that's shaded inside with the 2, 0 already and it's dotted. So we're not gonna pick A or D because these are solid. If they have the line in the bottom, that's a solid. Okay, so all you do is you hit graph and then you hit delete on the equals. And then you select the inequalities that you want to put in, and they're gonna give you the one who's shaded inside and dotted with the numbers that matches. Okay, in this case we have C. Next we have what value of x make the equation true. So you can do magnify 3-1 on this one. I recommend this one better than graphing. It's in calculator. All you do is you type it in and put comma x. After you have 8 right here, put comma x. Absolute value, you can find them next to number 9 on the right side. That's have all the symbol that you need. Okay, menu 3-1 comma x, answer. Next we have what value of x make the inequality true. So the way that you do is you're gonna be graphing it in delete relation. Okay, and then you see they shaded inside or outside. This one, it just happened to shade inside. So that's why you're going to have from -7 to -4 with the x in the middle. Okay, they are solid because they have the equal, so you're gonna pick the same inequalities. Next, which equation is used to find one of the solution to the graph? So that means we have this one. Even though they say graph, but for this one you're just gonna do in menu 3-1 in calculator. Okay, it's just faster that way. So you do magnitude 1 for the question, you got x equal -4. And then you hit magnitude 1 for each of the answer choices. Whoever gives you exactly the same answer is your final answer. Alright? Alright, so this is the word problem. We have two things going on. S represents the speed, D represents the length of the skid mat. So on the problem right here, 15 is already given, so you don't change that. However, the numbers for the skid mat marks also be given right here, 270. You need to read them carefully so that you know that you plug in for D, not for S. Okay? So at the end, they asked you for the question is what was the speed of the car? That means S, we don't know. Okay, so we gotta calculate for that. So based on the equation right here, we have S equals square root of 15 times D. And we know D represents the length, which is 270. So you plug it in the calculator, and it's gonna give you 63.6396. You're only gonna pick 63.6 because they asked you to round it to the nearest 10. That means 1 decimal place. Okay, 0.6. Alright, next we have complex numbers. That means the imaginary number. That means when you have the real numbers and the imaginary, okay, expressions. So if you remember how to do this by hand, you're just gonna add the real with the real, the imaginary with the imaginary. Don't forget, if you subtract in the middle, then you change the sign of the 3i, become plus 3i. Or you just type it in the way it is in the calculator, okay? And the button for I, you're gonna find them when you see pi. It's like above the comma, okay? To type it in and it's gonna give you the answer. Last, we're gonna have the type when they have x and y both. And they ask you which expression is equivalent to the following expressions. So they're gonna give you this, and then they ask you to subtract another expression. Okay, the way we're gonna do is if there's a subtract, we gotta distribute a subtract to each of the items after that. So subtract a negative, become a plus. Subtract a positive, it's just the same as subtracting. Subtract a -4, become a +4. Subtract a y square, it's just gonna be like minus y square. Now I recommend you to line them up accordingly, xy with xy, y square with y square. The variable should be the same, matching. And then all you do next is you add the coefficient. 2 plus 3 give you 5. Keep the x square. -4 minus 5 is -9. Keep the y. 7xy plus 4xy. 7 plus 4 is 11. Keep the xy. -6 minus 1 gives you -7. The y square stays the same. Okay, final answer. The next problem, you can do the same thing.